Hey guys, what's up? Today's video, I'm going to be going back to TV shows and movies as my main topic because that is the main thing that I love most in this world. That being TV and movies. Anything entertaining is just me. I also want to talk about video games at some point. I want to talk about my top 10 favorite video games of all time. But today's list is going to be a little bit more basic. And today we're going to tackle something from one of my favorite TV shows of all time. That being the TV show Supernatural, which was created by Eric Kripke and originally released in 2005. It aired for 15 seasons. 15 seasons. Oh, and it was a doozy. Ups and downs. It had its moments, and it also had its lesser moments, if you know what I mean. So today I'm going to talk about my top 5 supernatural characters of all time. So let's get started. No time to waste. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Trickster. Yes, if you're not familiar with Supernatural, Supernatural was originally a show about two brothers who are hunting supernatural beings in search of their father, but it turns into way more than that as the series progresses. And in the first season, the second season, there was an episode called Tall Tales, and that is the first episode where we meet the Trickster, and I forget who plays him. I think the guy that plays him, his name is Richard Straight. Don't quote me on that. I don't know his name by heart, but he is awesome. Later in the series, we find out that he is actually not the Trickster. Well, he's the Trickster, but he's been hiding. He is actually the Archangel Gabriel, which was really cool when we found that out, which was, I think, in season 5. I don't know what episode, but I know the name of the episode. It was called Bad Channels. And yeah, really awesome character. They brought him back a couple of times, actually. They brought him back in season 13 for a couple of episodes, and that was the last time we ever saw him, which really saddened me because he was such a really cool character, always giving the finger to Sam and Dean because he just really couldn't stand them, and in the end he ends up helping them. And it was great. He was in the series many times, and he faked his death several times in the show. And it was just cool to see him keep popping back up. I never got tired of seeing him. Okay, so number 4 is going to be Lucifer. Okay, so Lucifer was originally, he's been played by a couple of different people throughout the show. Originally, he was in the 5th season, and he was played by, oh god, who played him? Mark. I think that's his first name. I think his first name is Mark. He played him, and he did a fantastic job. He was in the show for all of season 5 and season 4. Yeah, he was in there season 4 too. And went a long time. We didn't see him for a while. We didn't see him again until season 11, and for good reason. They waited a long time to bring him back, but when they did, it was awesome. So they bring him back in season 11, and he's in season 11, season 12. At one point, I think in season 12, he's played by a different actor. he was played by Rick Springfield briefly, which was kind of cool, I guess. But he didn't do as good as the previous actor that played him. And then at one point he was played by, I don't remember, but he was like the president and he was in somebody else's body. But yeah, just an awesome character. And at the very end of the show, he comes back again for like a very brief cameo, and that was really cool. So yeah, he was always, obviously because he's the devil, he was always going against the Winchesters and doing crazy shit to them, and it was a really good show. It was a really awesome character, and he always made me laugh. And yeah, just really good, really awesome. Number 3 is going to be Crowley. Now, Crowley is interesting because even though he was a demon, the king of hell, he ended up helping the Winchesters more times than going against them. By the end of the show, or by the end of his time on the show, which I was so disappointed when he left the show because he was one of the things that made the show what it was. Like, him being there, helping them, just made everything really awesome. He left the show in, I think, season 12 or 13. I can't remember exactly, but it sucked to see him go. And that was one of the things that was amazing about Crowley, is that he was such an awesome character, and he was the only, well, not the only thing, but one of the few characters that was a demon and was actually helping them at times. Lots of times he helped the Winchesters, but there were also as equally amount of times that he went against the Winchesters and gave them a lot of fucking shit and did a lot of really bad things to them. So it was kind of 50-50. But yeah, that's Crowley. Number 2 is going to be Castiel. Now, we are first introduced to Castiel in the season 2 or season 4 premiere, I think. I think it was the season 4 premiere. I could be wrong. And he quickly became a fan favorite. Season 4 was the introduction to angels in the show. Him being the first angel. He kind of starts off as an asshole. In fact, all of the angels are just pricks. At the beginning of the show, or at the start of when they all start to show up in the show. But Castiel tends to change his ways because he becomes in favor of the Winchesters and starts helping them with anything they need, and he's in the show after season 4 for the rest of the series, which was awesome. Great character, great moments. They did a lot with him throughout this entire show. At one point, he becomes evil and eats all these souls in purgatory, and then regrets it and explodes, and then the Leviathan come in. And there's just so much shit that I can't even talk about in this video because this video would be hours long. But yeah, Crowley is a fan favorite of mine. And number 1 is gonna be pretty obvious for most people. If you're a Supernatural fan, most people's favorite character is Dean Winchester. Dean is the asshole of the two brothers. Sam being the nice guy, and Dean kind of being the asshole. Just a great character. He's always sticking up for his younger brother, and always trying to keep his brother out of harm's way. And in that, he does some selfish things to keep him out of harm's way. But I'm not going to go into any more on this because I think I need to do an in-depth video on Supernatural, the show as a whole, because it is, like I said, is one of my favorites, right next to The Walking Dead and Charmed and fucking Doctor Who, and just so many good TV shows out there. I can't list them all. But thank you guys so much for watching. I want to know what you thought of my top 5 Supernatural characters, and where would you rank? How would you rank your own list of Supernatural characters if you had to pick? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.